2 years later, we are still seeing changes. The creation of COVID-19 vaccines, masks coming off, and restrictions lifting.
Well, despite the positives, many families are still reeling from the losses. And according to 2 state investigations, almost 16,000 nursing home residents lost their lives during the pandemic, something state lawmakers do not want to be forgotten.
Where is their investigation? Did they die in vain? Does their passing matter?
Dan Mathias's mother, Doris, was living in a Buffalo nursing home in May of 2020 when she contracted COVID and died alone. She was among the thousands who advocates say were victims not only of the virus, but also of an executive order signed by former Governor Cuomo requiring nursing homes to take in patients who were already infected with COVID, likely causing it to spread among that vulnerable population like wildfire.
We're not going to leave these lost loved ones behind. You know, this was a terrible tragedy, historic in nature.
Mathias joined other family members from across the state and lawmakers at a rally in Albany yesterday for what they call the We Care Remembrance Day. It was the 2-year anniversary of the day Cuomo signed that executive order.
This wasn't just an executive order. It was a declaration of eldercide in the state of New York.
Attorney General Letitia James' investigation found the Cuomo administration drastically undercounted thousands of deaths in the early part of the pandemic. We now know nearly 16,000 New Yorkers died in nursing homes from COVID. And State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli just released his report last week.
I think what was most troubling about it is that even when the department had corrected the numbers, that information didn't get out to the public. So there wasn't clearly an effort to mislead the public as to the reality of the situation.
We don't ever want families to have to go through this again. It was horrible.
Republican State Senator Sue Serino is among a bipartisan group of lawmakers who say more investigations are needed.
Anytime that there's a tragedy, you know, whatever it might be, there's an investigation that happens so you can find out what went wrong so you know what to do right the next time.
I'm asking my fellow Buffalonian, Governor Kathy Hochul, to put the full weight of her office behind an investigation. When we have this investigation and identify how we can do better, we truly will have a Remembrance Day for these victims.
Well, Republican State Senator Jim Tedisco tried unsuccessfully yesterday to gain passage of a bill to form the nursing home investigation. He asked for a bipartisan, independent investigation with subpoena power into the nursing home deaths. The Senate majority voted it down 43-20 in a party line vote. Those state lawmakers, however, vowed to continue the fight.